Hello everyone, this is PaperSpock here, and I am returning with a bit more PaperSpock versus. And in this case, this is PaperSpock versus the PaperSpock versus not the final boss, but the kinda second to last boss of Elden Ring. Um, he has two faces, and I will remember his name in a moment. This is a little embarrassing. I'm trying something new. I have a secondary computer that I'm streaming to my laptop and capturing. So, long story as to why I'm choosing this particular setup, I know it's a little unconventional. But, oh no. Oh dear. Um, hopefully I can make it work. It just currently makes the most sense with the equipment I have, as weird as that may sound. Okay, we got our golden vow on. We're gonna chug 2 potions. Move back to one hand. Roll out of the way that. Then we can stab him, maybe? No, he got a little too far away from us. Okay, but Godfrey. That's right, I have not played this game in a while, as you might imagine. Because I was on my old laptop, where I record most of my footage. And it was not working well. I probably could have, like, stuck it out and gotten through. However, I decided that I didn't really want to, just kind of dropped off from playing it. But now, thanks to a very kind friend, I have a desktop computer that I don't have a screen for. So I am actually going into the details I said I wasn't going to go into, but because of them, and because I don't really have a screen for it, what I am doing is I'm using Stream Remote Play to still play on my laptop, but stream it to there for most of the things I do. And that may change. That may indeed change, but right now, it's working well enough, and working a lot better than my laptop was. And I'm really enjoying being able to take this fight on without the massive lag that was happening before. I almost wanted to do it before and after, but I uninstalled. Oh, this is not the moment we love to see. Okay, I was hoping... I don't know the timing on that. I was hoping I could pull off a heal somehow. Take that. Ooh, you got me back. And I have the... I love the giant stomp. This is not the time for the giant stomp, but I love the giant stomp. Even if I do manage to get to the second phase, my healing is going to be super limited, but this is honestly... I've gotten to the point where I sometimes get to the second phase. Because this is a boss I have already put a decent chunk of time into. And the way it usually goes is I have a rough first phase and I don't win. But sometimes, maybe a third, maybe a quarter of runs, I make it to the second phase, and then I die there. So, just, this is so much nicer than before. Because before, you, I think, are seeing this probably at 720p, which is a limitation of my internet, ultimately, in terms of upload speeds. However, I was playing before on my laptop at 1366 by 768. It was pretty bad. It let me play most of Elden Ring, but it was like not the ideal way of experiencing the game. I'm gonna stomp him. I didn't roll quite soon enough. Stab, roll, stab, and we're going to actually get off the stun. I'm gonna get the heck out of dodge and heal, though. Ooh, I wish I could see him. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Oh, he did his stomp. Okay, that could have ended a lot worse for me. Gonna stab, roll, stab. More swinging than stabbing, I know. I know. Ooh! That did a good chunk of damage. That really did a good chunk of damage. But anyway, so I am over on my laptop, and I've noticed a couple small stutters tonight, but really it's been pretty good. Really, it's been pretty good. And in general, this has been a massive improvement of, because I said 1366 by 768, and then I was struggling to get 30 frames per second, and there'd be a bunch of spikes of lag. It was, for most people, it would be unplayable. And in the end, I decided it was unplayable at this point in the game. However, why did I heal? I meant to use Golden Vow. However, oh dear. Sheesh. Oh, this is a more scuffed start than I'd like. I mean, arguably I should have this at slightly lower settings, but I'm trying to see how high a settings I can get away with. Right now I feel like I can... Ooh! Probably going to die early here. Whoa. Okay, we're going to run to the other side of the map and take 2 sips. Okay, cool. We're gonna wind up, and are you in range? No, you got just out of range. Gonna stab. Hit you again. Slash. Ooh, you hit me twice. Hit me 3 times. I need to run. Ooh. I jumped too early. Ooh. I probably should have tried rolling there, I guess. So I've put in a fair amount of time, and I want to stress, I am not the world's foremost Elden Ring player. I'm very far from it. As I'm sure you've been able to tell if you've gotten this far, but I'm persistent. I keep at these bosses. I got through Dark Souls 1 through Dark Souls 3 with all the DLC, and it took me many hours, it took me many attempts on some bosses. It's very true. However, I did get through them, and I'll get through this too. And we'll see how this goes. I may do the next boss, which I know what the next boss looks like in this game. I know that it's like, a pair of fights. I know all that. Aside from that, the only other major boss I have is Millennia. Hey, I pulled that off. Oh, he pulled that off, though. Ooh. Why am I trying to do this? Okay, I can't believe I didn't survive. I'm going to say I couldn't believe I survived there. And it was good for me not to believe it, because actually I did not survive. I very much died. And usually when I play these games, I get very focused. So maybe I'll stop talking at some point, but we'll see. Like, my plan isn't to stop talking, but I might just be like, okay, I really need to focus. Like if I'm on the second phase and things are going really well, maybe that is what I will do. Okay. Got my Blood Flame on, got Golden Vow on. I'm not 100% sure how much helpful these things are that I'm doing it, but I feel like they're probably worth it. Ooh, ooh, I just accidentally dodged that, because I definitely didn't time it right. Oh, no. Okay. I know there's some attacks that are better to jump, but I struggle. I struggle jumping. Ooh, that was not my finest work. And I'm very much a roller, usually. Just from all the conditioning the past Souls games. Okay, let's get our buffs ready. Okay, I'm in line to do Golden Vow and then the other. Arguably, it might be helpful if I got rid of some of those spells from my slots, but I'll keep them for now. And I'm planning on probably doing a half hour to an hour of this, and then moving on to something else. So now we do this, then we move back to Golden Vow, we swap off. Okay. Sometimes I like standing here and trying to bait him to throw the axe at me, and then do the charged attack. We'll see how this works this time. Yes, that's the perfect way for it to go off. And that getting hit there, not part of the game plan. However, take that. Hey! I wasn't sure I was going to get that off, but I had to try for it. I mean, maybe it would have been wiser if I didn't, but... Heal? Jump! Oh my gosh! That timing was unintentionally really good. Oh dear. Oh! Good rolls. Okay, I'm trading blows in ways I shouldn't with the guy. Really need to heal. Eesh. I'm gonna heal again. I shouldn't have. Damn. I got pretty close to halfway there. I almost hit phase 2. And I'm gonna just quickly check. Don't know if it shows on your end, but yeah, I'm only 11 minutes in. I feel like I've been going a while longer. I'm probably not going to go at this too horribly long. However, I'm definitely going to go at it for a bit. Okay, we're gonna do our usual spell concoction. I don't know if charging it up helps. I think I looked it up once, and I can't remember one way or the other, so I think it probably doesn't. But, you know. Okay. Got the stab off. Ooh. He hit me. That's not what I'd like to see. Come on, no! Dude, you weren't supposed to go that far away. I timed that wrong. So my game plan is usually first I buff myself. I try to bait out an axe throw, dodge last second, and then hit in with a charge shot. Then what I would love to do, and this is maybe not a consistent game plan, but I would love to get in a few more hits, stomp him, and then stagger him to get him close to phase 2. And by phase 2, I do mean the phase change to Horalu. I know halfway through this battle, halfway through this half, I should say, he does a little... Oh, you twerp. Aha! Oh, that was... Wait, okay, cool. For some reason it wasn't triggering, but that was textbook how I'd like that to go. Jump! Okay, I jumped just right. Wasn't expecting to. I need a heal. Oh, damn. I'm scared for my life here. Gonna stab him. Okay, he hit me, we traded some blows. I need to stop trading blows. I need to start making blows and not getting destroyed. Okay, phase 2. So, we're at least going to talk through what's going to happen next. For some reason you haven't seen this cutscene before, it's kind of sad. He absorbs the spirit of his little... no, I shouldn't say little, but of Sarosh. But anyway, So what happens is he's going to run at me and try to grab me, and then he's going to be super aggressive. I don't really understand how to dodge his attacks very well. I'm just kind of running, dodging. To some extent, yes, I am doing like roll spam. I understand that. It's not great practice. It's kind of what I know how to do. I try to catch myself, but like if I really don't know what to do, it's what I end up falling back on. Which is why I am, as I said, not the world's foremost Souls player, Elden Ring player.
I've given thee
And now
courtesy
he gets a little.
enough.
Before he was like, ah, this is an honorable duel between equals, and now he's like, okay, I'm gonna be a bit of a. I'm pissed now. I'm gonna be a bit of a jackass. Okay, so we will skip this after this time, most likely. But I like the little
Now he
break.
fights his
Now he fights as
Horaloo.
Horalu.
Warrior!
Okay, and we need to run away from him. Get locked on to run, and then run. Okay, we're gonna see if we can. Oh my gosh, that connected. How do I heal here? Okay, I'm against the wall. Okay. I'm gonna heal here. Stab. Slash. Okay. Ooh, this could be bad. Ooh. Do I just need to get out of the... Okay, I'm dead. I'm gonna mash to get out of grab buttons, but... Okay. I just see that so infrequently at this point still. I've been here several times, but, like... It usually ends fairly quickly, like it just did there. But the more consistent I get the first phase, the more I'll see of that. So, we're gonna do at least a bit more. I know it's probably... I'm gonna check the time again. It is 17 minutes in. So... We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna have to go around the other way. Let's try Dragon Bolt Blessing too this time. And Golden Vow. Then we're gonna heal with Cerulean Tears. You might ask what those knives are for. I read I could help maintain his stagger that way. So... I've never been, like, awesome enough to actually do that, but, you know, I've considered it. Oh dear. This is catastrophic. Jumping, healing, running. Heal again. I wonder how well my sword would block. I feel like probably not well, but I also feel like it's not a option I use. And I have a friend who, like, says blocking is something that a lot of people, at least in our community, don't do a lot of. I don't know if it's, like, considered underrated overall. And, ooh, that was not a good camera place for me to be. I also don't know exactly when that move does super extra damage that kills me in one hit if I'm even just a little low on health, and when it just, you know, does some damage. I wonder if I'm getting hit by the stuff from the ground as well as being hit by an attack. That could be. That could well be. Okay, so we're going to put on our Golden Vow. Put on Bloodflame Blade. Reset for next time. Maybe I should leave it on the heal, arguably. Come on, don't you want to throw an axe at me? I knew you did! Okay, I got it off and I got the dodge. I'm gonna try to stomp him. Let's try to stomp him again. No! I know my stomps are a little silly. Retreat, retreat, roll. Okay, heal. Okay, roll! Okay. Just try to hit in there. Did not pan out for me, and I took some damage. Ooh, and I am dead, and yes, I was against the wall again. I'm very much someone who tries to lock onto enemies rather than control the camera myself. I don't like having that extra thing to think about, but I do know that it allows you to do better positioning in some cases. Um, Main case I think of where I use it is fighting Nameless King in Dark Souls 3. That's the main case I think of where I really like making use of that. So I am aware of that. I'm not one who likes to do the claw grip, so it becomes a bit trickier to kind of like manage the camera without. Well, let's try a run without locking on. If I lock on, I just absolutely forgot. Okay. Okay, this is not going great for me. But I mean, it usually isn't going great for me. Okay. I don't want to write this trying no lock on him just based off of that one run, but I'm not sure I want to try it again. Like, I feel like I need to do like 5 to 10 runs that way before I would like begin to catch on. Like at the very least, because like I said, it's not my usual way of doing things. The funny thing about streaming this way is I don't have a good sense of when the stream is acting up versus um when the game's acting up, because both are new to me. I didn't want to do Dragon Bolt, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. And let's get our magic refilled so we can, like, stomp him. Okay. Come on, hit. Okay, swipe. Oh. Trying to... Ooh. I need to start healing again. That's why I need to start healing. And I did lock on that time, so... I did kind of fully autopilot. Not try to not lock on. And I don't think it's that you can't win if you lock on. It's just I know the good Souls players who I'm friends with generally know to try to not lock on a lot of the time, or that's a very valuable tool. But I do also know they're often using the claw grip, and I'm not willing to do that. I don't want to do that to my hands. Like if they invented a controller where you could like have the benefits of the claw grip but ergonomically, maybe I'd do that. But like I don't think they're trying to do that. I'm just gonna run up to you. Okay, you're gonna come to me. That's fine. Gonna let the charge go a little early because I got stunned. The swipe, dodge, poke, dodge, dodge, poke, slash. If I say poke versus say slash, okay, this is. I almost look like I know what I'm doing here. I say that and I get hit, but you know that was a decent string I had there. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna run from him. I'm gonna run to him. Okay, either I was too close, or that was just not a good thing to try. Okay. Roll! Oh. Roll didn't quite come out at the right time for that to work. And you know, I'm trying to kind of narrate what I'm doing to some extent. Not sure how good practice that is, but like, I've not had a lot of experience streaming action-y games, so I'm just kind of learning on the fly. I mean, I did, the last thing I did for PaperSpock versus. Oh, this is going to be quite a playlist. I go from UFO 50 to one of the final bosses of Elden Ring. But you know that was an actiony game in terms of it being a side-scrolling shooter type thing. A shoot 'em up. That's what they're called. And for some reason, I've decided I only want Golden Vow this time. Don't ask me why. I just have apparently. Okay. bastard got out of my range. I really wish I could replicate that really sick set of dodges and swings that I did. I don't know if that was me accurately reading him, or if I was just kind of getting lucky with my spams. Am I gonna... Okay, no, I can't. I forgot and didn't register that he was doing that move that's very good for me. Okay, I'm about to be dead. Okay, I'm no longer dead, but I still... Not an ideal place to be in the way I was there. Oh. Gonna heal. 2 heals in, I think. Gonna hit him from behind. Roll. Roll forward. Poke him. Wipe, but he gets there. Okay, he gets me there. I think I did some damage, though. I'm focused on the boss so much. I'm only just kind of playing my own health almost by ear. I am looking over to check occasionally. But I'm not always seeing I'm not always seeing the health bar. I'm just kind of focused on that one region of the screen where he is. Okay, I dipped to 55 frames per second. I see that I'm probably recording the FPS counter for you. That probably is also on Balatro. It's maybe a little bigger than it is on Balatro, so maybe you can see it this time. Not sure how well it comes through at 720p. But, you know. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm just... Don't know why I'm trying to bait out his axe move. I'm gonna get closer. So what should I do when he's doing that little kind of axe chip at me? The sort of shallow attack, which does a little damage, but okay, good. Oh, good. Oh, I should not have tried to go for the extra hit there. Gonna get a heal in. Could have probably gotten 2 heals in there. Oh, hey. It's maybe not the best move, because if I didn't stun him, that would have been quite bad for me. Heal. I can get a charge. I can get 2 good blows in. Not 3, though. I got greedy. I went for the 3rd. Oh my golly! Dang! Okay, I'm gonna give myself a moment to mentally process that and rest. That actually went pretty well, that run. And it's gonna be kind of cool having this footage to go back and look at. To kind of see how I did. Okay, we don't need to see this next part. Okay, heal. Roll. Wipe. Don't know when to run there. I mean, roll there. Maybe I just do need to run away. Maybe that's a... You can't dodge, just get out of the area of effect move. Like I said that last time, then I didn't think of it this time. So I'm not getting there all that often. But that is something I want to try. I want to try to remember to do it. And eventually, one of these times, I'll remember. So one of the more strange things I could say is that something about Elden Ring reminds me of the bits and pieces of the musical Pippin that I know about. And Souls games kind of in general also do that. And it's just... So Pippin, as I understand it, it's a musical I have listened to parts of, but have not listened to the entirety of. But my understanding is basically that there's a fourth wall type character called the leading player, and he's looking for someone for the show, a hero of sorts. So he finds Pippin, the son of Charlemagne, And, hmm, maybe I'm not doing well enough to talk about something unrelated to my combat. Yeah, it's a good contender for that being true. But anyways, he's trying to recruit the son of Charlemagne to kind of get the glory to, because Pippin's kind of living a meandering life where he's not sure what he wants to do, etc., etc. And then along comes the leading player in the company, and eventually at the end, what the leading player wants to do is create greatness for himself by self-immolating, essentially, as I understand it, and that's exactly the ending of Dark Souls games. Like, you're linking the flame, but in linking the flame, you're consuming yourself. You're doing this thing to perpetuate this cycle, and in doing that thing to perpetuate that cycle, it is very bad for you, and it's, in theory, like, what people want, but, like, really, it's just this stagnation. And that's actually a theme a lot of games, I think, kind of use in one way or another. And I feel like it's maybe a little overdone at this point, but it's the theme. And so, Pippin, in how it kind of does that, I've thought, hey, it would be cool to have a Souls-like musical and have it be Pippin adapted into a Souls-like, and that's probably a little crazy. But it's crossed my mind more than once. And if I were in a position to try to do something unusual but creative, I would like try to get the video game people sat down at the table with the musical people and say, "Hey, can we work this out? Can we make Pippin the musical video game?" And I mean, it's kind of a surrealist. I don't know if surrealist is quite right, but it's abstract's probably a better word from what I understand of it. Um, what I understand of it is I've read a plot summary and I've listened to a few key songs from Pippin. I really ought to listen to the whole thing sometime. I'd love to attend a production. I first heard it because it was featured in an episode of Fosse Verdon, which was a AMC TV show that detailed the lives of Bob Fosse and Gwen Verdon. And both of them Broadway legends. Bob Fosse probably gets remembered a bit more than Gwen Verdon. So this was sort of telling the story of the awesomeness of Gwen Verdon and how Bob Fosse kind of sucked in certain ways. And he really did suck. But he also was a part of some very cool productions, some interesting movies. And he was the choreographer for Pippin, and I don't think director, but possibly director. But he was definitely the choreographer for Pippin. And just to kind of give listeners a point of reference for Pippin, if you aren't in the know, the writer of Pippin, the guy who wrote the show, would later go on. He's Stephen Schwartz, so he would later go on to create Wicked. So there's kind of a continuity there, if that helps as kind of a touch point. And honestly, I kind of also wonder what a Wicked Souls like would look like. But let's keep talking about Pippin. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can attack this in and sorry, I just got distracted by something. Uh and let me I'm trying to get my train of thought back. Um so get a hit in there. Oh, I wasn't quite able to double dodge. I'm gonna get more Pippin talk soon though. Once I mentally recalibrate. Uh so okay, we died there. We died there, unfortunately. But like I was doubly thrown off. It's okay. Um so getting back into my Pippin rant. Um I don't know if that was a rant. That was maybe a bit intense. But I call it a rant. But basically, um No, I really did lose my train of thought, huh? But I just kind of think it's ripe for that sort of adaptation. Oh, how much I know of Pippin. Okay, I learned it from Fosse Verdon. That's right, I had started talking about Fosse Verdon with Bob Fosse and Gwen Verdon. And I wanted to get the other buff on there, but you know what, we'll take it. I should not have tried for that swing. I survived that. I think I can get a heal off. Oh, I'm one-handing it? Damn. Wish I'd gotten that two-handed damage. Oof. Oh, okay, okay. So, but anyway, I've seen... Jump! Okay, I'm gonna try to get off a hit there. Okay, that's... I was gonna try to roll forward. Okay, yeah, I needed to heal there. But Fosse for... I was like, I'm trying to decide if I was talking more about Fosse Verdon or if I was talking more about Pippin. I had said quite a bit about Pippin, but I know of Bob Fosse and his role in this production of Pippin, like the original production of Pippin, I believe. And he added his choreography and kind of influenced the directing. I think he may have been the director, but even if he wasn't, he was super influential in shaping how the show is presented. And I'm not sure if that's set right with Stephen Schwartz. I kind of think maybe I remember hearing it didn't, but I don't want to claim there's drama going on that there. I don't want to claim that there was drama going on that there really wasn't. Um, so, I may not be the best at playing this game, but where else are you going to find someone fighting Godfrey while talking about Bob Fosse? Huh? Where are you going to get that? Nowhere else. And if you do find it somewhere else, show me. I wanna watch. Like, as much as I am enjoying doing this right now, I would equally love to listen to someone talk about Bob Fosse while fighting Elden Ring bosses. And maybe they'd actually be really knowledgeable, not just kind of have a sort of hodgepodge of knowledge on the subject from a TV show they watched. Ooh, that was not a good hit to take. Okay, okay. I was like, am I going to actually clutch this out? But nope, unfortunately not. So, continuing to ramble about Bob Fosse, because that's what we're talking about right now, apparently. And Pippin. Um, so I know that he kind of shaped it. And I think he maybe had a bit of an influence on his view of the ending, and maybe he kind of pushed that darker ending. I kind of think maybe I remember hearing that was the case. But Pippin in the end. Oh, do I care about spoilers? Okay, plug your ears if you care about spoilers for a musical. My understanding is Pippin does not give in at the end and does not self-immolate. However, in some versions, it's implied that they try to tempt his son, and his son reprises the song he sings at the beginning of the musical. It's a fun little song for this guy, if I'm remembering right. I think that's what it is. The songs I know from Pippin, well, Glory is this wonderful, show-stopping choreography number. It's got this little part in the middle. Okay, I was hoping I could send him to phase 2. Okay, I want to get a heal off before we enter the next phase. Yeah. I'm not happy with the amount of health I'm entering the next phase. Okay, we're probably gonna try to focus on the phase a little. We're gonna skip this. Take that. Oh, don't yell at me. Okay, heal. Okay, roll away, roll away. Okay, cool, that actually worked. Got a hit off. Okay, he hit me there. I want to heal. No! I wanted to heal because I thought that might happen. That's why I ended up getting hit with that. Oh. I felt a little optimistic this time. I felt a little optimistic. The game also felt a little bit crunchy for a moment there. Not super crunchy, but it felt like it was maybe struggling a teensy bit, so maybe... I'm gonna keep playing at this setting. Um... Well, no. I guess I will. Oh, I'll keep it at high. Thought if I was trying to play it at extreme, I would turn it down to high, but I'm already playing it at high. So I'll just keep going like this. And like I said, I don't know exactly what the limiting factor is. Let's get Golden Vow in play too. So, back to Pippin. So I know Corner of the Sky. I know Glory. Like I said, Glory has this... I think it's called the Manson Trio. That specific little dance bit. And it's just really cool. Like, they have it on... There's an old Dave Letterman clip, I think, where they have one of the older revivals. It's probably the most recent revival. I think Patina Miller, I think that was her name. Okay, shouldn't have healed there. Okay, I jumped just in time. Okay. Oh. Damn. Okay, that was not horrible in terms of getting his health down quickly. I just didn't quite work around there. But Patina Miller, she goes on, there's a recording of her going on Letterman and doing it, because she plays the leading player. The leading player was originally played by Ben Vereen, to my knowledge at least. He's in the production you can find a recording of, because they did do a recording. I wish they had done a recording earlier on, because if you know the Beverly Hillbillies, the woman who plays Granny in the Beverly Hillbillies, she went ahead and she played... I don't know if it was Pippin's mother, Pippin's grandmother, some other character, but she played a character in that, and I used to watch reruns of the Beverly Hillbillies growing up, so it would have been fun to see her in that role. But she unfortunately died during the show. I don't think she actually died during, like, like live on stage, but like, she either had to leave the role early or died shortly after being in the role. Something like that. It was one of the last things she did, at the very least. Roll? No, I didn't roll. But anyway, she was pretty cool, and it would have been cool to see her in that role, but from the bits and pieces I've watched of that production, love seeing Ben Vereen in that role. Then we have the other number, Simple Joys. That is another number by the leading player, and it just kind of is like tempting Pippin out of his life of forgettable normalcy, as I understand it. So, in Fosse Simple Joys is featured heavily in the Pippin episode because there's a argument that that's what Bob Fosse was feeling, because in the episode, I don't know how true to life it was. It is a biopic type miniseries. But he basically wins, I think it's an Oscar for Cabaret, because he directed Cabaret, the movie of the musical. Can we hit you and then... Oh, I pulled it off. I got a little greedy there. Okay. You son of a daughter. Ugh. Oh, you're probably gonna not get... can I get to phase 2? To get to phase 2, I need to not die. Okay, we're getting to phase 2, but I probably wanted to enter phase 2 with 4 health. So... Yeah, we're gonna think about phase 2, not about Bob Fosse. Okay, you can hit me back with your... Oh, right. Probably running away is better than dodge rolling away. That's probably faster, that's probably what I should be doing. Oh. Okay, no. Okay. Jump! Okay, cool. Heal? Okay, that technically improved my situation. Not sure it was a good call. No! I don't know if I survive this. Okay, I do. Oh, hell. Ah, crud. I was not up against a wall. I thought I might have been. Felt a little bit like I was there. So back to Bob Fosse and Pippin. Uh, what the hell is this content? Okay, so what they did is they played Simple Joys over basically Bob Fosse having his breakdown, over just kind of feeling dead inside when he won his Emmy, not his Emmy, his Oscar, I think it was, and for Cabaret. I could do a whole discussion of Cabaret too. I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to go that far off course, and Cabaret is kind of upsetting. More than kind of, to be honest. It's very good, but it is upsetting. Okay, run around. I think I can get a hit in there. Roll in. Okay, no, that wasn't the play. Okay, I need to heal. I like when I get an extra hit, so long as I still get the critical shot in. Okay, I'm gonna heal, because the first thing he's going to do is Can I get in the swing? Okay, I rolled that wrong. But, I did get some damage in. I love when he... Oh. Okay, that was not so good. I do like how I'm getting further, though. Let's see, I've probably made time advance considerably by my, yapping about Pippin and Bob Fosse. And then the episode also ends with another song that I do know. I don't think I've sought it out separately, but there's a song called I Guess I'll Miss the Man, and I think Bob Fosse enters kind of a hallucinatory state for whatever reason. Maybe he's overdosed or something like that. And he sees his daughter singing I Guess I'll Miss the Man, which is a song that plays into Pippin in a different context. Oh, I'm just really running up on him. Not giving him a time to attack with his axe. Okay, that... Not a good forward roll. Double sip, yeah. Maybe a single sip would have been more efficient, but... Oh well. Oh, why am I... Oh! Oh my gosh, my game is... I'm having an internet connection issue. I'm dying here. Move my mouse, I got... My controller died. That is actually what happened, is my controller died. And, it does not seem that Remote Play likes my controller dying. So, you know, looking at the time, it's probably a decent time to stop anyway. I will get my controller charging. I thank you for watching, and we'll do this again sometime. I'm having fun, and well, there is a small chance I boot this up for testing and accidentally beat the boss. That's not impossible. Hopefully that won't happen, but it's not impossible. So I think you will see more of this. I'm not going to promise it though, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I accidentally beat this boss when I booted up for testing. I don't think I've quite gotten to that point. I think I could have beaten the boss maybe once or twice tonight. I had runs where if I'd gotten really lucky on top of luck I'd already gotten, things could have lined up, but maybe there's like another half phase when the moveset changes though. So thank you for watching, and it's been great. I'll see you next time.